I'm Ben Palermo. Welcome to the Vision High School Sports Beat.
The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by the 9 locally owned Vision Automotive Group dealerships from Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Hyundai, Ford, Kia, and Nissan, with locations in Webster, Henrietta, Greece, Penfield, Fairport, and Canandaigua. Online at visionauto.com. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat, the first of the spring sports season, and an update of our Athletic Achievement Awards. I'm Bill Pucko. Every week at this time, we take a comprehensive look at Section 5 sports in Monroe County, and we begin with our honor roll of high school teams. They are all lacrosse teams this early in the season. At number 3, we have the Webster Thomas girls team, opening up with a 14-7 win over Churchville Chi-Lai. At number 2, the Aquinas boys lacrosse team. Little Irish are already off to 4 wins, and they're going to be good. And at number 1, the Victor boys lacrosse team. The Blue Devils opened up with 2 victories, including a 12-10 upset of Canandaigua, which brings us to our winter season Athletic Achievement Awards, recognizing the top athletic programs by the schools they represent. At the end of each sports season, we honor our Athletic Achievement Award winners. We rank the schools on a point system based on their success in the Section 5 postseason, mostly. Here's the system we use. The section champion gets 10 points. The sectional runner-up gets 4. A combined program like the Pittsford boys swim team, which represents both Mendon and Sutherland, awards 7 points to each school. A finalist like the Greece Athena Odyssey hockey team earns 3 for each. State championship gets your team an extra 4 points, playing a state final, and you get 2. Minor sports, in this case boys and girls alpine and Nordic skiing, which have limited participation, are awarded half those point totals. All other sports are treated equally, and here's how things worked out. These were our top 5 programs of the winter sports season. At number 5, Pittsford Sutherland. The Knights fielded a state championship girls basketball team good for the maximum 14 points and added its share of the sectional championship Pittsford boys swim team. That was good for another 7 and a total of 21. At number 4 with 21.5 points is Webster Schrader. Warriors had a state championship hockey team for 14 points. They were runners-up in Class AA wrestling and picked up an additional 3.5 for a shared boys alpine ski championship. Fairport was number 3, picking up sectional runner-up points for boys basketball, boys swimming, and cheerleading. The Raiders won a Section 5 hockey crown for a total of 22. At number 2, a surprise entry, it's Batavia. The Blue Devils claimed sectional championships in both boys and girls indoor track and field, and were class runners-up in wrestling. That's 24 points. And the best of the winter sports season, Rush Henrietta. The Royal Comets claimed 2 sectional titles in boys bowling in an upset, and girls track, 10 points each, and 4 each for second place finishes in boys indoor track and girls basketball. That was a total of 28. Our team for the season, among many worthy nominees, is the Hilton Wrestling team. The Cadets won their first championship and featured 2 state champions, both undefeated. Yanni Diacomo-Hollis at 106 and Vincent Dupre at 145. They'll have to try to repeat without the Dupre twins, who are off to SUNY Binghamton, but there are 2 more of that talented family still at Hilton, and Yanni is just a freshman. Individual honors to Pittsford swimmer P.J. Ransford, the dominant swimmer on the dominant team. Ransford owns the Section 5 500 freestyle record and participated in the record-breaking 200 medley relay team. On the girls' side, we give it to Sierra Dillard. The senior wound up 10th all-time in Section 5 scoring for girls basketball and willed her team to a second straight sectional championship. 2/3 of the way through the school year, we put it all together, and these are the overall top 5 Monroe County programs in our Athletic Achievement Award race. At number 5 is HFL. The Cougars own 3 sectional championships and a state title in girls Nordic skiing. They pointed in 5 sports for a total of 37. At number 4, Webster Thomas. The Titans pointed in 5 sports and won sectional titles in all of them. With a minor shared title in boys alpine skiing, they pick up a total of 43.5 points. The top three really separated themselves. Pittsford Sutherland has 4 sectional titles this year so far and 2 state crowns. In girls volleyball and basketball, junior Santita Ibangwese gets special credit here for having starred on both. They point in 7 different sports for a total of 50 points. At number 2 is Fairport. Raiders only get 3 sectional plaques, but they're always contending. They pointed in 9 different sports. That's for first or second place finish. Fairport won a state boys volleyball championship. And at number 1 in its bid for a 3rd straight Athletic Achievement Award End of the Year championship, it's Pittsford Mendon. The Vikings participated in 6 sectional champions and point in 10 different sports. You toss in state championships in boys soccer and boys Nordic skiing, and you have 70 points for Mighty Mendon with the spring season still to go. Coming up in our ESL Scholastic Sports Spotlight, the end of a 24-year run.
Hi, I'm Lucky Edwards. You're watching the Vision's High School Sports Beat.
The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by ESL Federal Credit Union. For more than 90 years, ESL has been investing in the region where we live and raise our families through personal banking, business banking, and wealth management. With ESL's shared commitment to the community and support for local sports and family events, everyone wins. ESL answers to you. Welcome back, and thanks for watching the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. This portion of the Sports Beat brought to you by ESL Federal Credit Union. ESL answers to you. Here now are on a roll of high school athletes. Bit of an unusual list here. At number 3, we have Maddie Lowe. She's a freshman girls soccer player at Webster Schrader. Maddie already has scored a scholarship with a verbal agreement to attend Ohio State in 3 years. At number 2, we have a bowler. Freshman Matt Bertoloni of Aquinas averaged 192 for the Irish this winter, but managed to roll 300 games on back-to-back nights. And at number 1, we have Pittsford Sutherland's Morgan Schild, a freestyle skier and one of the country's elite. Morgan placed second in the mogul event at the Junior World Championships and is the youngest member of the United States National Freestyle Ski Team. How cool is that? Which brings us to Greece Arcadia, where the softball team has maintained unprecedented consistency over the last quarter century. The Titans are in our ESL Scholastic Sports Spotlight. It's a one-of-a-kind coaching relationship. Gary Meyers and Gary Hogestein have been together as varsity and JV coaches of the Greece Arcadia softball teams for 24 years. This is their last, the end of a great run.
When I started here at Arcadia in '87, the first 4 years I had 4 different people coach the JV team, and it was just a revolving door. Gary had been one of my assistants in football, so I asked him, would you be willing to coach JV softball? And he said yes, and the rest is history.
We talked about it last year that he was thinking of retiring, and I always told Gary that from the time about 5 years ago that whenever he decided to go, I was going to go with him as well. And I just said, just tell me at the start of the season. I don't want to know like on the day of the last game, oh, by the way, this is your last season together. And he said last year at the end, and I thought it might be because of the strong team he's going to have with so many seniors on the team that this might be, and he said that was going to be his decision.
Both coaches brought a wide array of coaching experience. They settled on softball together and began learning how to coach girls.
Guys have to play good to feel good. Girls have to feel good to play good. And guys, if they don't like each other, they'll fight and then they'll go play the game because the game becomes important. If girls don't feel good, you aren't going to have a good game.
And they have long memories.
If I yell at you, it's not because I don't like you. If I say something, I'm trying to correct you, and once I say it, it's gone. I said, for you, you're a woman, you're going to hold that forever. I understand that. My wife said the first year that we were married, I knew her birthday was December the 2nd. I just happened to forget on December the 2nd. And she still reminds me periodically, 23 and a half years later, every once in a while, you did forget my birthday.
Arcadia's had its ups and downs over the years. The Titans won 3 straight sectional titles between 2006 and 2008, but usually it's a matter of the Titans trying to do more with less. Pogue especially in his development of role with the JV team, as well as the modified football team, preaches patience.
My role as a coach at a younger level is to try to get the athlete ready to go in the future at the next level. For the girls here on softball, it's next year possibly. For my basketball players or football players that are all middle school students, the varsity is still a little bit of ways, a little bit of time down the road for them.
This year's players weren't even born when the Garys formed their partnership, but they're enjoying the ride.
They're pretty similar in the way they coach. They've blended it really well. The transition from JV to varsity, they made it really easy for us.
Can you tell that they've been together that long in terms of the transition?
Yeah, you can. They're so much fun together, and like when we're all together, both JV and varsity, they make us all get along so well.
He makes it fun. Like, it's all about having fun. Once it's not fun anymore, you've lost the game, and he definitely keeps it fun for us.
It isn't all about just winning. You know, it's about the relationships you develop with the kids, and many of them have come back. They come back and help coach. They come back and hang around. You know, it's just great to have them and be a part of their lives.
Making the grade. Kim Burnson joins us next, and coming up later, the Salino and Barnes All Sports High School Game of the Week matches two defending state championship lacrosse teams.
My name's Abby Spears from Greece Arcadia, and this is the Vision High School Sports Beat.
Welcome back to the Vision Automotive High School Sports Beat. I'm Kim Burnson. Making the Grade is brought to you by the 9 locally owned Vision Automotive Group dealerships, proud to be Rochester's #1 selling automotive group. This week we honor Tyler Farnung of East Ridge for making the grade. Tyler is a junior and 3-sport athlete at East Ridge High School. He's a member of the varsity volleyball team, indoor track team, and plays baseball for the Lancers in the spring. As an upperclassman, he volunteers with his high school's Link crew. Through this program, Tyler serves as a mentor and positive role model for incoming freshmen. He assists them with the transition to high school and teaches them what it takes to be successful in the classroom, where he himself has also found much success. Tyler's outstanding grades are a reflection of his dedication to the balance of schoolwork, practice, and helping others. Tyler spends his summers working as a youth camp counselor at his local YMCA, helping kids of a variety of ages develop a form of independence and work on their character building. Whether it's out on the volleyball court, baseball diamond, or classroom, Tyler Farnung's exceptional ability to act as a role model for others is why he is this week's Making the Grade. If you have an idea for our Making the Grade segment, a team or individuals making contributions off the playing field, you can contact us at info@classywolf.com. I'm Kim Burnson, and here's Bill with a look at our Section 5 calendar.
Again, everything is a little tentative with the weather, but 4 high school boys golf teams are scheduled to go at it at Monroe on Monday. Brighton, Fairport, Webster Schrader, and Pittsford Sutherland. The Knights of the class of this group, returning Jack Giannini and Doug Kulikowski from all Greater Rochester honors last year. Tee times at 3 o'clock. Boys lacrosse game of the week is Thursday, with Brighton playing Pittsford at St. John Fisher College, home to last year's state championships. Face-off, 5 o'clock. On Saturday, Webster Schrader hosts a 5-way track and field meet. Invitees include Crosstown Thomas, along with Gates Chili, Brockport, and Spencerport from the west side. Just some of the high school events that you should consider taking in this week, weather permitting. Up next, state champions square off in our Salino and Barnes All Sports High School Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Justin Maggio, and you're watching the Vision High School Sports Beat.
The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by Salino and Barnes. Car accident? Don't wait. Call 888-8888. Call Salino and Barnes today. Welcome back, and thanks for joining us at the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. This portion of the Sports Beat brought to you by Salino and Barnes, your personal injury attorneys. Lacrosse, especially girls lacrosse, is very strong in Section 5. We walked away with 3 state championships last year. 2 of those teams squared off to help kick off this season. They play in the Salino and Barnes All Sports High School Game of the Week, and here's Dan Fates.
Two of last year's sectional champs and state semifinalists took to the turf in an early season matchup between Brighton and HFL, but it was a day later than planned.
Welcome to springtime in Rochester. Nearly 24 hours ago, this field was covered in more than 6 inches of snow. First of all, what can you tell me about the grounds crew to be able to get this field in shape?
They did a fabulous job. Like I said, I love those guys. Kevin Rice, Bob Palmer, all those guys. They came out today. We called A-Turf up, and what they said is you put a PVC pipe on the bottom of a plow, and they plowed it. Now, I will give credit to our boys and girls on Sunday. We all came out, made the best of a bad situation. 8 inches of snow out here, and you could see the snow piles. We came out and we had snowball fights with the kids all day, made some big piles, tried to move it as best we could.
To say the least, both teams were excited to see the sun and get out and play. HFL got on the board first, controlling the opening faceoff, and then Caitlin Muir found Brittany Chamberlain in front for the goal less than 2 minutes in.
You started out, scored early. What was that like?
It was a great feeling. It was under high intensity, so it was good to get it started early.
After weathering the storm of the Cougars, Brighton found its rhythm offensively when Lauren Smolinski cut through the slot and scored her third goal of the half, and the Barons led 4-1 with 13:57 to go. On the next possession, Brighton was called for a 3-second foul, which gave Kayla O'Connell the free possession shot. She walks in and bounces one past Sarah Tullio. Freshman Mackenzie Harris got the assist when she was able to connect with Carly Thomas as she weaved her way through the middle and scored to put Brighton back up 3.
You seem to really be like the point guard behind the net there. What do you see when you're setting up plays there, and what are you looking for?
Just looking for the open cutter coming down the left-hand side and just looking what's ever open. Our cat and mouse worked really well today. The cutback and pushing each other through really worked today.
With their lead trimmed down to 1, Brighton dialed up the defense. Alexa Bower with a great play to deny the HFL attacker and come up with the steal. Then it was the goalie's turn to flex their muscle. Big saves on both ends. First, it was Sarah Benware for HFL, and then Tullio was up to the test as well. With the half winding down, HFL attempted to trap the Barons' offense, but some quick passing by the Barons was able to escape the pressure and led to a pretty tic-tac-toe goal by Emily Goldman. Brighton took an 8-5 lead into the half.
Okay, again, it's that urgency on defense. If you're not moving your feet as fast as you can defensively, then you're not playing that position well. You know what I'm saying? Okay? We can hold the scoring down. Offensively, we're doing a great job moving the ball. And a couple of times we made passes that we don't need to make. You know, we're forcing the ball.
Hold your composure inside, pick a side, make her go right or left. You know what I'm saying? Guys, shoot her. It's easy.
HFL came out on a mission out of the break, much like they did in the first. The Cougars scored twice in the first 3 minutes of the second half. Brighton called a timeout to slow the Cougars' momentum. Now down by 2, HFL responded. Off a free possession shot, Libby Stankaitis moves inside but doesn't like what she sees and pulls it out, finding Taylor Reed, who buries it into the back of the net.
I was just thinking we really need this goal. And I knew the goalie was always saving them high, so I went low and went in.
After that, Brighton took the defense up another level. Brittany Chamberlain had some fancy foot and stick work, but had her pocket picked by the Baron defender. The turnover led to another Brighton goal. From the 14-minute mark of the second half, it was all Barons, controlling the play on both ends of the field. Lauren Smolinski made her money working off the right side all game. Her 5th goal of the game made it 14-9, solidifying the first win of the season for the Barons.
We were just trying to keep the ball moving. I think everyone on the team played a huge role in the offense today. Everyone did awesome. We have a lot of potential, so I look forward to the rest of the season, see what we can do. We worked well on offense together, passing it, moving it around that backer defense. If we just move it, we were patient and we got those goals. And then towards the end of it, we kind of lost it a little bit. We got that yellow card, which put us down, and then they got a few goals off of that, and we weren't able to come back.
We competed, and I got 8 new starters this year, and I love all of them. And we competed, we played hard. We did what I thought we might, is we made some careless mistakes against their pressure. But that's what Brighton does to you, and we'll learn from it.
For the Vision High School Sports Beat, I'm Dan Fates.
A thank you to our Sports Beat sponsorship partners, Ross Salino and Stephen Barnes, your personal injury attorneys, ESL Federal Credit Union, ESL answers to you, and the 9 dealerships of the Vision Automotive Group They all help make the Sports Beat possible.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.